Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, I know a lot of you might be wondering. I mean, I guess there's a good portion of you that locked in the rate, placed a application or placed a deposit, and then there's the other side that waited out to see what is going to be happening in June and what is going to be going on with the 0.99% financing. But it is in fact over. It is done. It has been removed off the website. So now let's talk about what to do now. What should we take a look for? What should we look out for? So we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And shout out to my latest Patreon members, Harjot, sorry if I messed that up, Tiger, and Ron. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. So it does appear Tesla is holding to their guns, even though last night was Friday, it was May 31st, and today is Saturday. So maybe they're just all off today. But in fact, the 0.99, the 0.99% APR financing offer has come to an end. And so the question now is this, because last night we came on really late to try and figure out, was it a order thing or did you have to apply for it? Because right after we came on live, we went live and showed this text, which was from a Tesla employee that reached out to Preston. Shout out to Preston for sharing this screenshot with us. That is, it shows that they would have to apply for the application to lock in the 0.99% financing. But then right after that, we got another tweet from Tito showing that there's really nothing about applying, only ordering, which that's what it says on the website. All you have to do is order by May 31st, which was yesterday, to be eligible for the 0.99% APR at 60 months. But either way, at the end of the day, if you didn't order or if you didn't do an application, it has been removed and it is now over for at least the time being from Tesla's website, and the 0.99% has been removed. And so now taking a look at all the different interest rates, they've all been kind of gone back to what they were before. If you go to Tesla financing, you can see the interest rate for financing a loan for Tesla financing is 6.39%. And so this kind of goes back to using a credit union is going to be your best offer, your best bet. And you can get the full list of credit unions at the Patreon link down below in the description. But there's a couple of different banks that are also really great, like Navy Federal. If you're eligible, they have interest rates lower than Tesla financing. We've got Labor Credit Union, another great credit union that also has interest rates lower than Tesla financing. And really just going through a credit union is going to be your best bet. But I don't know. I have a feeling Tesla is going to bring this back. I don't think they would only do this for a temporary short time of this 0.99 to 1.99 financing. I think they're bringing this back because Tesla Model Y inventory, we're going to start to see this mustard yellow line start to go up and up and up, because it has been trending down because of the 0.99, but it didn't like crash or go crazily down. And so there's going to be two things that are going to be happening here. I think Tesla is either going to reduce production of the Model Y, which they really can't because they need to sell more of those. And on top of that, they might add more incentives. And so I would give it maybe 1 to 2 weeks, maybe even by June 10th, we're going to see some sort of incentive lift, or maybe even next week, because next week is already going to be like June 5th or in the first week of June. And so certainly we're going to see some more incentives. That's what my personal guess is for the Tesla Model Y. But really, if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is a approved Tesla financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. They can do this by deferring a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And if you want to see what their offer is with a no obligation soft inquiry check, you can head on over to their website, hit the apply button in the top right, and it is a soft inquiry check to see what their offer is. So definitely shout out to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But Certainly very interesting stuff to see that the 0.99 is actually disappearing, but I really do feel like at the end of the day, it might be coming back in the near future, maybe even by the end of next week or even the week after. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic, but thanks for coming in. Taycon, did you change your name, Taycon? You look like someone that used to be Ionic Power or something like that, but thanks for coming in. My username and profile pic is changed as a car more fun to drive than a Tesla. Yeah, 100% Taycon. I think Taycon would be, I mean, I don't know. I've never driven, I've sat in a Taycon, but I've never driven in one. And I've also never driven in a Model 3 Performance as well. And I think the Model 3 Performance will give it a run for the money for sure. Dominic, thanks for coming in. Sun Creator, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the messages there. Sun Creator, Dennis, yes, thanks for coming in. Sun Creator, Sunk Creator. But very interesting stuff. And on top of that, we've got this really interesting thing that's coming out for the Tesla Cybertruck. It seems like a third-party company has created a roof rack system for the top and created a bed system for the top as well. So really cool, because I think like a tent system that they've created to the top of it, that is a really nice nifty accessory, and I can't wait to see that actually coming out as well. In this next topic, we're going to talk about some upcoming incentives for the Model S and the Model X, because now that Tesla has gone as low as 0.99%, I think the next two vehicles that they're going to incentivize is going to be the Model S and X. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So yes, right now on the Tesla Model Y, there's no longer 0.99% interest financing. And if you go to the Model S and the Model X, you'll find that the interest rate financing for this is 6.39%. I guess all vehicles actually through Tesla right now have as low as 6.39%. But what's really interesting with this is if we take a look at the inventory charts for the Tesla vehicles, if we remove Model Y and also Model 3, we will start to see that Model S and Model X are increasing at a very, very, very fast pace. And so Tesla's probably going to have to figure out how are they going to sell these vehicles and how are they going to incentivize them. And so in the past, what we've seen for Model S specifically was interest rates as low as 3.99%. So maybe that is what we'll start to see for both of these vehicles, for the Model S and the Model X at 3.99, because that's still a very attractive rate when you're taking a look at rates at the 6.49 or 6.39% up above that. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I certainly think that could be what's coming. And also maybe, probably not supercharging miles, because that's really not a big thing. Maybe full self-driving transfer. I could see that coming back because a lot of Model S and Model X owners have the highest take rate of full self-driving. So I could see that as well. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. If you think a incentive is coming to the Model 3, I don't think it's coming out for the Model 3, at least performance, but maybe the Model 3 standard range and potentially the Model 3 long range, because right now the performance is the best deal and makes the most sense at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Model 3 performance is faster than Cybertruck. It will come back in the drag race. Yeah, Model 3 performance is the very, very quick. And the quietness is noticeable too. It's definitely better. I mean, the Model 3 performance is. Yeah, I guess I want to see like Model 3 performance versus Model S Plaid. That would be an interesting matchup, that's for sure, between both of those vehicles. In this next topic, we've got some new data. If you are a Cybertruck delivery or Cybertruck order holder, there's now some new data between when you actually place your order to actual VIN to actual delivery. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Des. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And thank you to everybody that watches the channel, hits the like button. It goes a long way to support the channel, so thank you for that. Shout out to the Cybertruck guy. They posted this. Here's the national averages for days between order and delivery. On average, it takes 82 days to deliver a all-wheel drive Cybertruck after you order via invite. So not that long at all, right? Maybe like 2.5 days. Thanks to the Cybertruck Owners Club forum for putting this date together. This means if you order a Cybertruck today, you'll take delivery on August 22nd, 2024. Taking a look at some of the data here, we can see across the board, it doesn't take that long at all. And so inventory is certainly starting to pile up, or not pile up, but starting to get much more quicker. And Tesla is producing these Cybertrucks at a pretty fast pace. And I bet if you're in like states like California or Texas, you're probably going to get the Cybertruck much more faster than any other states. But still really cool to see from actual owners that have taken delivery of their Cybertrucks how long it actually takes to get a Cybertruck in your hand. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Are you a Cybertruck order on the sidelines waiting, or Cybertruck owner waiting for your delivery of your Cybertruck, trying to get off the edge of your seat? But definitely it is a fantastic vehicle, and every single day, every accessory I get, it is getting me more excited for the Cybertruck, and certainly it is one of the best Tesla vehicles that I've owned so far. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs or direct messages in the Patreon app, and you can schedule a phone call with me where we can go over your exact buying situation on how to get the best deal on a Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And thank you to everybody that supported our Patreon in the past and in the future. Tycon, thanks for coming in. Model 3 performance versus Model 3, Model 3 performance versus i4 performance. That's a tough one because I've seen i4s driven all over the place, but I've never sat in one. I bet they're great vehicles because we used to be a big BMW fan, used to love all the BMWs. We've had a handful of the BMW M vehicles, and then now we are Tesla because Tesla just makes the most sense in terms of technology. It's a very, very good daily driver. And so I would imagine the BMW i4 is a fantastic daily driver as well, just like how Tesla vehicles are. In this next topic, Tesla has removed the option for silver wheels on a Tesla Model Y, making it look like a super blacked out vehicle. And I'll show you which build I would be going for if I had to buy a Model Y again. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Saria for posting this. Tesla is no longer offering the silver Gemini wheel covers in the US. They made the dark wheel covers standard. Dark used to be $500. And I guess I'm wondering, now that we think about this, where is this coming from? I bet these wheel covers were produced in China and they're being shipped over here because maybe of an oversupply or something. But that's my conspiracy theorist thought. But really interesting because like this was not that long ago where they were charging a whole $500 for these wheel covers. Now that they aren't, I feel like this is a slamming deal for sure because you're basically getting a $500 option for essentially free. But now, unfortunately, at the same time, maybe this is something that if you've got a pending order, you can try and switch to this as well. But certainly, this makes the look of the Tesla Model Y much, much, much better. Now, all it's missing is a LED ambient lighting and also a front camera. Two of those things are in the Cybertruck, and one of those things, the ambient lighting, is in the Model 3, of course. But I think those are the two upgrades that at least the Cybertruck has that should be trickling down, that I think should trickle down to all the other Tesla vehicles. But here is my build. In fact, if you're wondering, I would probably not go with a Model 3 or Model Y performance. I would probably just go with a Model Y long range, or maybe even a rear-wheel drive if I was just looking for a Model Y daily driver. But long range, I would probably go with, I've done blue. Blue is great. I've had a red Model 3. That was great as well. I think I would go with solid black. I would go with the 20-inch wheels and not the, actually, no, I think I would just go with the 19-inch because it's a daily driver and I want to be able to rotate them, which you can also rotate the 20-inch rims, but I also want the longest tread life, so I'd have to spend money for those tires. And then I would also go with the white interior. I would opt out for the 7-seat interior. I would go with the 5-seat. Definitely not doing full self-driving, and that would be my build for a black on white Tesla Model Y, which would be a great spec in my opinion, which is probably pretty in demand as well. Even though the Quicksilver is great and also the Ultra Red is great, I don't know if I can spend $2,000 for exterior paint unless there's some sort of incentive, which Tesla has done that before in the past where they've waived costs like that. So maybe they will in the near future. But definitely let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. What do you think about the $500 Gemini wheels that is now essentially free? Everybody just won and gained a little bit more on a Tesla vehicle. So the deals do keep getting better and better. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Savess, what takes so long to update the software in the Model 3 performance? I bet it's like not rolled out or it hasn't been approved yet. Stefan, hey Dennis, I ordered my Plaid. I have an estimated delivery of next week, but my financing decision has been pending for a week. Tesla told me it's because of the promotion of the Model Y. That could make sense, but they want to get Model S Plaids out the door pretty quickly as well. It's most likely because it's a more expensive vehicle and banks are a little bit more hesitant with that as well. But certainly definitely try some of the credit unions. Maybe you can get a better rate. You'll definitely get a better rate and also faster decision. Lee, one of the discounts coming from the Model 3 long range, I would say probably December is my best guess. Maybe September. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.